Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today's video I am sharing some of my February favorites. I'm standing because most of my home is completely packed up. In the beginning of the month, we put our home on the market and it sold in the first 24 hours. We were extremely fortunate. Around our area, there's really not much for the price point that our home was selling for, so we got very fortunate that we found a buyer. Now, buying a home was the most stressful thing of my entire life, especially if you're a first-time buyer. I feel like I've learned a lot, and I would love to share some of the things that I've learned along the way, especially if you're a new buyer or you're young or you don't know exactly what you're getting into. My husband and I had the biggest shock of our life buying a home and selling a home, but especially buying. There is a lot more expenses than you can even begin to fathom. It's just a lot. So we are proud owners of a new home, so we're very excited, and we hope to be in there by April 15th, but we started packing early because we have to be out of our home on March 31st. So I don't really have much furniture. My rooms are kind of a mess. There's about 30 boxes in my living room. We were fortunate enough to find a storage unit because for some reason that is also very hard to find right now. Our realtor kind of explained to us, because we are going closer to like Philadelphia and New York City. People, because of what's going on right now, are so desperate to kind of get out of the city that they are buying homes so fast. So a home comes on the market and it's gone the next day. It was very scary and hard, and we thought that we wouldn't have a home there for a little while. We are fortunate that we had family that would let us stay with them, but there's 4 of us plus 2 dogs and a cat, and I don't want to inconvenience anybody, especially my grandparents who are a little older. So we learned a lot, so much so that I've considered maybe going to real estate school just to help people, because I feel like it's very possible for you to be taken advantage of, and I would like to kind of help people in that way, because we were very lucky to find amazing people to help us. So that's just a little update, and maybe in the future I will have a video with my husband about all that. So the very first thing I'm going to share with you is just the books that I read this month. I don't have them with me. A couple were library books and a couple are my actual physical copies, but I just don't have them with me. Everything is packed, like I said. So the first book I read this month I have it written down, If I Disappear, and I will definitely put it up on the screen. This was like a 4-star for me. Really good book. I really enjoyed it. I think it's pretty new. I actually think it came out sometime last year. Great suspense novel, mystery, and I think if you like any kind of mystery, suspense, you'll really like it. Great book. So the next one I read is A Discovery of Witches. I really liked it. It wasn't bad at all. I know I'm going to be in the minority. I'm not going to continue the series because I didn't mesh with the book well, and if I don't really kind of love the first one, I know there's no point to continue, but I'm glad I read the first one. But if you love witches and you love kind of like science and history, this is definitely the book for you. I'm sure most people have read it. And I know they just came out with the series. I'm just going to pass on it, but maybe in the future I'll pick up the second novel. The first one was fun. It was a fun read, but it just wasn't my favorite. Then I read the book Verity. This was a really great novel. This was very mature content. If you have a hard time with like abuse or anything like that, I would just pass on it because it's very heavily abused with children. But it was a very interesting read and very suspenseful, and it left you with like, not a cliffhanger, but like it could very well go either way. You could either believe one thing or the next. Very open-ended, I should say. So if you don't love those types of novels, I'd pass, or if you're not really into anything that has like a really super deep, mature content, I would pass, but it was really fun if you don't mind those things. Then I read Final Girls. I know this came out in like 2017. That was great. If you like any type of like horror movies from the 90s, that's kind of what it reminded me of, like Scream or like I Know What You Did Last Summer. It definitely gave me those kind of vibes. The Final Girls definitely gave me those types of vibes, and if you like that, I would definitely give it a read. And the last book I read, which I just finished up not too long ago, was my Dark Vanessa. I don't recommend that for everybody. I would be very careful who I recommend that book to. It is very, very explicit, and it has a lot of very upsetting material, but the writing was really well. The story was great. I loved how it went back and forth from when she was being abused to when she was an adult and how she was coping with it. So it's basically a 15-year-old girl who goes away to boarding school, and she is, what she thinks she's having an affair with her professor is actually her being obviously taken advantage of and sexually abused. And she has a very hard time dealing with it as an adult because she also continues the relationship with her abuser later in her life. It's a great read, but I definitely would warn people that it is not for everyone, and if you have any trouble with that, I would pass on it. I also don't recommend certain books lightly to people, especially books like this or like A Little Life. I know people always want to read it, but I'm very careful who I recommend certain types of novels to. So if you're very sensitive, pass. And then I wanted to share a few shows that I really loved this month. Actually, I've been watching them over the last few months, but I didn't want to recommend them until I knew if I really liked them. Nurse Ratched on Netflix is so much fun. First of all, I love Sarah Paulson. I believe that's her name. I think she's an amazing actress. That show, 100% recommend. So much fun. A little spooky, but it's a lot of fun. Then I just started Clarice, the one that's kind of like a remake of Silence of the Lambs. I'm a huge Silence of the Lambs fan. So if you love Silence of the Lambs movie, you're gonna like the show. I think it was really, really done well. The next thing I did was Pen 15. My daughter, I know she's a little young, but we love it. It's so hilarious. It reminds me so much of my childhood. If you grew up in the mid to early 2000s, you're gonna relate so much and you're gonna absolutely love it. Even the late 90s, it's an amazing show. It's so funny. Then the three other shows that I know most people probably watch, Goldbergs is one of them that I love, Little Sheldon's amazing, and Bob's Burger. I love that show. We've been watching it since the beginning. Every Sunday night we sit down as a family to watch it together. I've never missed an episode and we love it. Every episode, it just gets better and better in my opinion. Now, my husband and I have been together since 2006, since I was 18 years old. We married very, very young, very fast. Thank God we're still together all these years and still like each other. I'm just kidding. But we've watched Family Guy. He's watched it since, he's about 4 years older than me. So he's watched it since it first came out. And then I started watching it when I met him, and we love the show. It was always just part of our nightly routine. We watched reruns and every new episode. But lately, it's kind of fallen flat for us. And we are big, huge Family Guy fans. But recently it's just fallen really flat, so we haven't been watching it too much. We just don't love it, and it makes me sad. And I kind of feel like maybe the show's like kind of done and they're kind of just hanging on to dear life, like what they did with Pretty Little Liars, where you know it's supposed to be done, but they're just hanging on to that last sort of hope. But it's just kind of like meh for me. So those are the shows, those are the books that I read, and on to just some random stuff really. So I thought I would share this with you. My husband and I bought a Keurig not too long ago, and we love this coffee. It's from Cinnabon. It's just a classic cinnamon roll. It's very cinnamony, very good. Definitely recommend it. We get this at Walmart. It's a 24 pack for like 12 bucks, which isn't really too bad for Keurig coffee, whatever the pods are. But this is really, really good. If you love Cinnabons, it very, very reminds me of that. It's very cinnamony, vanilla-y, creamy. It's a great coffee. I really recommend it, and it isn't like a dark roast where it's too like strong. I definitely recommend this and love it a lot. And like I said, I found this at Walmart. I haven't been able to find it at like my grocery store, but you may be able to. I also found this at Walmart. This goes great with that coffee. So it's vanilla cannoli. And this is so good. It doesn't quite taste like a cannoli, but it has that creamy vanilla flavor, but it's not like French vanilla. There's something else in it. I don't know if there's like a hint of cinnamon, but this and this go so well together. It's like something I look forward to in the morning. I can't wait to get up and make my coffee. Every once in a while on the weekends, we'll go get a cup of coffee from like a local place around here, but I really, really love this vanilla cannoli. I've only found this so far at Walmart. I kind of hope it's a permanent thing from International Delight, but they come out with so many flavors, it's liable to be gone very soon. So if you're interested in it or you love cannoli, I would definitely give that a try. Now this is a really weird random thing. I saw these at my local Dollar General, and they're at the grocery store now, and it's just the ultimate cheddar Doritos. It does say it's limited time only. I think it came out with the Buffalo Ranch ones. I've only tried this one. We are big Doritos eaters, spicy, normal, ranch, we like them all, and these are so good. It's a shame they're not going to make them permanent, because I almost like these better than the original. They're a little more flavorful and they're really delicious, and if you were kind of iffy and you wanted to give them a try, I would. They're really, really good. So especially if you like the original ones, it's like the original ones just kicked up a notch. There's no spice to them, it's almost like a little bit of a sweetness. They're so good. Highly recommend. They're kind of dangerous to have, so I try not to buy them too much. So that's all the food items, or like, yeah, food items. The next thing I want to recommend is from Walmart. It's $6. It's 16 ounces, and it says it's compared to Cetaphil. It's just a gentle skin cream. It has no scent at all. It's unscented. It's so thick. Yeah, there's no scent. It's really, really thick. Now, you might cringe, but I put this on my face. When my face is really, really dry, especially with the winter months, I put this all over my body. First of all, my hands, my feet, my legs. It's amazing. It absorbs really good, but I put it on my face all the time. I wear it under my makeup. I love it. It was $6. It lasts me probably 4 months because I do use a lot of it. I love it. I've been using it for like years. I've been using it for like 3 years. I've gone through so many of them. I love them so much. I'm sitting here flinging it around. I love it so much. I definitely recommend it, especially if you have sensitive skin and can't stand like scented things. Now the next thing I found was like at my local grocery store. I'm not really picky about my shampoo and conditioners as long as they are moisturizing. And I saw this, and I love Dove products. I've been using Dove products since I was like 12 years old. Like I said before in my last one, I have extremely sensitive skin to the point where I can't use a lot of stuff, especially like in my underarms, things like that. I have to be very careful, and Dove has always done me right. It's never really, I've never had any issues. And then I found this because I love the mango body wash, and then I found mango butter and almond oil in the shampoo and conditioner. It smells exactly like the mango body wash. This is very moisturizing. I love it for my hair. It's great. It smells and it lingers, and it's so nice. It really does. It says for dull and dry hair. I really believe it's good for dry hair, especially with the transition into spring right now. My hair's been very staticky, and I noticed that the 2 times that I've used this that I haven't had any issues with static. My curl stays really well with it, because sometimes when you use too much moisturizing products in your hair, your curls won't hold. But I have no issue with this, and I definitely recommend the Dove mango butter and almond oil if you're looking for a new shampoo and conditioner, and they were $3.99 each. Now the next thing I found again is another Dove product. It's new. It's one of the newer ones. It's Soothing Care with calendula infused oils. I'm not sure if I'm even saying that right. This is so moisturizing. I've gone through 2 of these in literally 1 month. It has a very floral scent. It almost reminds me of like a rose scent. So if you're a little sensitive to that, they have so many other flavors in this Dove moisturizing body wash. They have cucumber, they have vanilla, they have unscented, which is amazing. They have sensitive ones. Everything you can imagine. I think Dove is just such an amazing brand, and I highly recommend this particular flavor. It doesn't say, it just says Soothing Care. So if you're in the store and you're looking for a new body wash, I definitely recommend that. It is a little pricey. The body washes are like $6 or $7, but they're worth it in my opinion. They are a little expensive. They're like $6 or $7, but in my opinion, they're kind of worth it. Especially, like I said, if you have sensitive skin. Now the next thing I found, I got on Amazon, I have already opened it, is the Hydro Silk Touch Up little face razors. I've used so many. I actually buy these in a bulk. You get like, I don't know, 40 or 60 for $11, but unfortunately you can only use these maybe once or twice, and then they're just done. But for the price, they're not bad, especially when I like to, I'm Hungarian, so I'm a very hairy person. I have a hairy upper lip, hairy brows, hairy face, hairy everything. So these work perfectly. But now these I've never tried before. I got these on a whim because they were so highly rated on Amazon, and I will never not buy these. These are amazing. I've had no irritation from them. They took the hair off completely, and it actually stayed off for a couple days. I can shave my upper lip and it's back the next day. It's just who I am. I used to go get it waxed all the time, but that can be pricey too. So if you're looking for little face razors, I definitely recommend the Chic Hydro Silk. Great. And they're nice and sharp. Now the next thing, I know people are slowly able to go to salons right now for their nails. I just don't see the point in buying and spending that much money to get acrylics done when the Kiss and Salon Perfect have the most beautiful nails that will last you 2 weeks and you pay $6. So I found these. I know these are very, very new. They have in so many different colors. It's from Salon Perfect, which is a great brand. I love their eyelashes. And it says it's the modern French. It is coffin shaped. They're the ones that I have on right now. They make my fingers look really long and beautiful and clean. People have complimented me on these. They love them. They are just the like baby boomer, I think that's what it's called, or the boomer French or whatever it's called. They're absolutely gorgeous. I highly recommend them. They were $5.95, something like that, whatever those weird prices are at Walmart. Again, they have lasted me now 2 weeks. I probably can get a couple more days out of them, and I have a backup pair. They had them in red, purple, black, all different colors, all different shapes. Definitely recommend these if you're looking for just like an easy press on nail. Now, I'm never been too particular about nail glue until I found this, and I will never go back. I have the Kiss pink nail glue. I don't know what the difference is, except that it really, really holds well, and you only need a little tiny bit. It was like $1.95, and I really like it. It was supposed to go on pink. It kind of doesn't, but it doesn't matter. It's such a good nail glue. So for under $7, you have 2 weeks worth of nails when you're spending hundreds of dollars at the nail salon. That's just how I look at it. So that's up to anybody's preference. I just wanted to share that because I think they're amazing. Now the next thing I kind of fell back in love with, especially because I had to kind of put a lot of my makeup away, and I only kept out like essentials that I need to get me through till we move. And it's just this highlighting palette from Oprah. I forget how good Oprah is. It's just a trio with Blissful, Pillow Talk, and Rodeo Drive. That's what I have on today. It just melts into the skin. It's beautiful. Of course, it's not natural. It has shimmer in it. You can tell you're wearing a highlight, but I don't care. It's absolutely gorgeous. It's on my nose, it's on my cheeks. It's so beautiful. Highly recommend, especially if you have a hard time choosing one from Oprah or one highlight. It gives you 3 options. And I've had this for a year and a half, and I haven't even touched it, and I've used it quite a bit. Highly, highly recommend. Now, a repeat favorite from last month is the Maybelline in Stone Lifter Gloss. This is so, so good. It has hyaluronic acid in it. It smells like suntan lotion. In my opinion, some people might think it's vanilla. It's what I have on. I wear it every single day. It isn't sticky. It's so moisturizing. It's so perfect. I literally can wear it with any color, light, dark, anything. It's the most perfect lip gloss. I have 2 of them. As you can see, it's not sticky at all, and it's under $10, and I love it. And to be honest, I think it's a dupe for the Fenty Gloss Bomb. Highly, highly recommend. I think that's what it's called. Okay, last but not least, I have this amazing little nightlight for when you are reading at night. My husband likes to go to bed early. Sometimes I'm not quite ready, so I just clip it onto my book. He doesn't ever mind. It never seems to bother him, and it goes pretty bright. I mean, obviously you can't really tell, but it definitely was inexpensive. It was like under $10 on Amazon. I think these are amazing if you're a nighttime reader or if you can read in the car. I know some people have a hard time. My girls can't read in the car. I have no trouble. I've never really struggled with motion sickness, but I think this is a great device if you're looking to read at nighttime. Okay, so this was everything that I loved this month. It wasn't a lot because, like I said, we are getting out of our house very soon. So if you see any of this stuff or you pick any of this stuff up, please let me know. I really recommend all these products. And if you have any questions, leave them down below. I hope you subscribed, and I will see you next time. Bye, guys.